Hi Cancer, this is Anastasia for Amira Salon channel, and here I am for your May 2018 general reading. I'm going to use Cat Black's Golden Tarot deck, which I used for a couple of previous videos if you had a chance to watch them, so it's you're familiar with this deck. It's kind of classical tarot deck. Then I will pull one card for you from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron-Reid. And I also would like to add to this reading with one card from Guardian Angel tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I find them very, sometimes even funny, very inspirational and very comforting cards. So let's begin with general reading, and remember, it may resonate with you or may not, because so many different cancers with different natal charts are watching. I'll try to do my best to pick up whatever I can, but if you want some more detailed insight into your situation, of course you can order personal reading. So first of all, we have the Hermit. So I can get this the first energy I can get for some of cancers who are watching. You feel very lonely, and you feel abandoned. That's how I feel. You feel really abandoned for some reason. It could be good for you though, because usually Hermit card shows spirituality. It's a spiritual journey, and sometimes you need to be left alone, because otherwise you don't know you really need to look inside. Okay, let's look at the Six of Coins. That's a good card. It's a card of generosity, of mercy, and abundance, I would say. A Knight of Coins, interestingly. So looking at these cards, of course, many cancers will be thinking about getting. They will be thinking about monetary issues. They will be thinking about resources for some needs. At one point, you will be, and I think it's closer to the mid-month, mid-May, you will get what you want. You will get financial resources for whatever project you will be asking for, because Six of Coins, it's the card when either you have to beg for money, and beg, because I'm using beg because literally or metaphorically, we see here a person who is giving alms to the beggars, right? So either you were in the role of a beggar who asks for a loan maybe, or who requires some kind of financial resources to fulfill their projects. You will be either the person who will be asking and receiving this, or you will be the person who is asked about that, and you will definitely you would like to help. Most likely, I see it's friendship kind of relationship. So you will be very generous to whoever wants your help. Yeah, I'm just thinking, should you be cautious about that? I don't see warning cards here, but definitely you will be ready to help. And if you are in a position of asking for some kind of resources, you will be receiving that. Yes. But let me begin again with the Hermit card. The Hermit card is, even looking at the dark colors of this card, it's not the card that many of us would like to see, particularly if you're outgoing and social person. You will be either you will be really left alone with your, I feel like you will have some kind of spiritual task to solve, and you will be kind of either left alone, or it's only you who can help yourself. There is nobody else that you can rely on. Although we see here two creatures. I think this is a cat. There's a cat here and deer. But the point is here that you are rather, you have to be, you need this time of being alone. You need this time um, to be one-on-one with your plight. That's how I feel for some of the cancers who are watching. Sometimes we have a period of time, or we have some situation when we really would like to be helped. We really like to tell other people about our problems, but in reality it's only you who can help yourself. Yes, and now I'm feeling it's very, very personal matter. Maybe you are abandoned by your partner. Maybe you are left alone when you asked for help, or you were you were in a difficult situation, but nobody can help you, and you're just you just have to be um, to solve the problem only looking into your situation. That's how I feel about some cancers, because the Hermit is the card of a wise person who gets knowledge. But the tricky part is that he can get this knowledge not from the outside, but only from inside. He can be he can be in nature. He can be, or she, they. Let's use they, because it's hard to say. It's not gender wise, right? I'm just speaking about this particular character because I see a male person here. So you really need to become somebody who gains through contact with nature, through the contact with elements, with the universe itself. They have to gain this wisdom. And there is nothing else what you can do. You have to go inside your inner being, your inner self, to find the answers, to all of your questions. And the questions are not easy. That's how I feel. And it will be particularly in the end of April and beginning of May. So there will be a big spiritual task that you will have to decide on, and you really have to seek the answers for very difficult questions. And keep in mind, you cannot just, you can ask people, right? But the right answer, the only answer, it will come from inside. Oh, I'm picking up why, because some of you may be asking, so why you need to go through all this? And you see this lantern, and the person is apparently in the woods somewhere, in the almost like in a kind of hut, living all by himself, but he has this lantern. And this lantern, as well as his face, there are two brightest, and they are in the center of our attention, of the attention of the viewer. So the wisdom that you will gain passing through a difficult situation will illuminate other people's scenarios, because your scenario is not the only one. You will really have to pass through a situation which is very common for other people. And as soon as you find strength and wisdom and knowledge how to solve your puzzle, then you can share it with others, because this lantern shows that the hermit, through his own, trials, or how to say, exploration of ideas, of scenarios, of life itself, he can help others to solve their similar situations. Very interesting card, very deep card, I would say. And then after some time of detachment, you will be back to life, like I said, and then you will be more social. You can ask for help, which will be given to you, or you will be given this help when people will be asking you. You can share your experience with other people, and it will be very, very positive for them. Very positive, and it will be very practical advice, because we see here pentacles, coins. It's not about only money, it's about practical decision in a hard situation, and now passing through some kind of difficult time, you will give very good advice to those in need. And finally, we have Knight of Coins, which shows me that you will be on your journey, and you should not be impulsive. You should be more, how to say, you should not rush for whatever is your goal, but you have to be you have to contemplate before you actually start the journey. If we look at this horse, he is not moving yet, right? It's not moving. Yes, it started moving, but it's still kind of very static. There is no a lot of movement in this card. But the knight sits very straight and upwards and is ready for a journey. And he has something on his mind. He sets his sight on the coin. But again and again, for some reason, I have this, I'm picking up the idea that the goal that you're seeking is, although very practical, but it's also related to spiritual things. Maybe you need you need to become more spiritual to get more, to be able to be allowed to have more abundance. That's how I'm picking it up for some of you Cancers. Oh yeah, there is another message, not to be completely absorbed in your loneliness. You really have, at some point, I would say closer to mid-May, you really have to turn to turn away from hard emotions and to be more occupied with materialistic things, and they will help you. Maybe that's what I'm getting for some of you. Don't be completely on the hermit side. Yes, you really need to pass through this stage when you have to find answers to difficult questions, but then the more you will be doing some practical tasks, the less negative emotions you will experience. So you have to switch your mind from emotional side and from even philosophical. Don't be too much absorbed with thinking over your problem, but maybe set your sight on work, on professional skills, and then you will gain some promotion, and then finally you can start your journey in the direction of accomplishing your goal. That's how I feel about it. Okay, so let's look at some of the cards. Oh, interesting. Immediately, I even didn't have a chance to shuffle. The Ice Queen immediately pops up for you. And the Ice Queen, can you see it really? Yeah, there is a beautiful fairy, I would say, or a queen. Here is the fairy. She is asleep. She's kind of frozen in her kingdom, and we see here the moon and an owl. So the whole thing is about ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement. For me, this resonates perfectly with the energy of the hermit. So whatever we were talking about, non-action but detachment, thinking more than really acting, being in some kind of lethargy, like some kind of philosophical and spiritual daydreaming, um, is more important for many of you rather than just taking impulsive actions. That's how I feel about the Ice Queen card. And then, yes, ideas preserved. So keep your ideas and build up on your wisdom. Collect your wisdom. Don't act based on emotions, because maybe you just need to accumulate energy. Yes, the Hermit is also the card of accumulating energy for movement, which will be more likely by the end of May. And let's see what the angels will tell you, your guardian angels. So what message they will give Cancers who are in some kind of spiritual journey, and they're solving some difficult puzzles on their way. Oh, it's a beautiful card. Ace of Abundance. Ace of Abundance. Such joyful, completely different card by energy from whatever we were talking, except for this Six of Coins, right? Yes. So let me read what is here. This cherub brings wonderful news. A windfall of resources comes your way. Yes, I told you that resources will be coming your way. And even if we look at this card, also coins, so resources. A windfall of resources comes your way to help you with your plans. These resources may involve money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. It's a good time to start a new venture, change careers, or go into business for yourself. There may be important contracts to sign. So, again, I have this feeling that the faster you pass the stage of this lethargy, and you need it, you need it. You need to accumulate some energy before you're back to life, before you're back to some kind of practical tasks. And then um, you can switch your mind to something practical, and you can become an entrepreneur, or if you're thinking about starting your own business, or you can be thinking about a project, how you can help. Maybe you want to organize some kind of a support group for people who are in the same shoes as you, maybe passing through same difficulties. And then the resources will be there for you. Very interesting card. So if you're bored with your work, you can set your sights on something new for yourself, but you really have to get some knowledge about it. Very interesting card for you, Cancer. So after some dark time, you will be moving closer to the end of May. There will be wonderful opportunity for you to grow spiritually and practically and professionally, and most likely you will get resources to start some project or to support yourself during hard times. And also again and again, I'm receiving this message: the more you help others, the more you wish to help others, the more you will be helped by the universe. So don't dwell in the negative emotions, and try to see wisdom in whatever is happening to you, because maybe it's the situation is given to you to share your wisdom with people who will be in the same shoes. That's how I feel about this month of May for you, for many of you, not of course for all of you. So I really have this flow of positive energy despite the maybe a little bit gloomy beginning of the month. And remember, the Hermit card is a very, very positive card if we talk about gaining spiritual wisdom. Beautiful. So I wish you well, whatever is the situation that we're looking into. And I'm sure you can be back on track if you were abandoned or you felt lonely. And this time is really, really important for you. Yes, for your spiritual growth. Thank you for watching, and I wish you well. Till next time. Bye bye.